Hi friends, Miss Hazel here.
And Miss Kate.
Sometimes Miss Kate misses her cue to say hi, but she's here with us. Okay, so we learned how to do this the very first year that we had Alameda Arts, and it is one of Miss Kate's and my favorite projects. And now we're taking it to a different direction, and we're going to do eggshell mosaics on a jar so that you'll have like a vase, or you could use it as a candle holder if you had a votive, or you could use it as a pencil cup, or I've used it as a paintbrush cup. And it is just the most beautiful, fun thing to do with eggshells. It's kind of American folk art. People did it for years and years, also in other countries, and it's been going on for a long time. So you're using the actual eggshell. So first I want to show you that you can't just use the eggshell. I had eggs for breakfast this morning, scrambled up, and you can't just use that egg. You have to remove the membrane that's in the middle. So you just crack it a little bit and you pull it, and you'll see it separates out. This is best done in the sink, and then you get the membrane and you get the nice clean egg shell. So then what I do is wash it off and let it dry. And Miss Kate's family and my family, we save our eggshells. And we have giant containers of them around our house while we're getting ready for projects. So here are some different eggs. We also have friends that have a farm, and they have the most beautiful eggshells that are all different colors from nature. So there's dark brown, this one's kind of green, this one's like blue, very dark brown, white. This one's kind of a light brown. So now you know about eggshells. I've cleaned all those and they're dried. The first thing you're gonna do is get whatever you're gonna put your mosaic on. I also, some of you may remember this summer, got a glass cutter. And now I've taken to cutting just about any bottle that passes my way. And this was a soda pop bottle that I cleaned the label off. And now look at this, I cut it up and I used my sandpaper so it's not sharp. So it's recycled, eggshells, glass. So, all right, let's get to work. I like to put a piece of, at my house, I had a little towel on the bottom of my work area. Maybe Miss Kate, here she is, offset, toss me a towel, because you just want a soft place to work if you decide you need to. I kind of did it like this too in my hands. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Tacky glue, not so much. You just want to you want to do a little area at a time. You don't want to glue up your whole vase and then try to do it. So you're going to thin coat, because if you put too much glue on it, when it dries, it's just going to goop off. So a thin, kind of using the nozzle of your paint to with the glue to spread it around. So a thin coat. Then this is kind of the cool part. So you're going to take a little piece of eggshell and you put it on there, and then you kind of tap it with your finger and it cracks. And then you can use your fingernail, and you can hear a little tinkling when it pops down on there. Don't use giant pieces of egg. So it's got its natural curve. Put it on there. It can be a little bit messy. When I was doing it at home, I have a wet towel next to me because the glue gets on your fingers and then the glue gets stuck to the shells. So I try to work neatly, but it doesn't always work out like that. And just little by little, I'm taking pieces of my shell and pressing them onto the glue. Oh, see, like that got stuck on my fingers. So it's very satisfying work. It's really fun and interesting. You could look up online. People have made like giant pictures. Some people like to color their eggshells and then use tweezers to deliver it onto their work of art. My art is not so exact. So I just make sure it's all down on there like that. And then I'll repeat. And then when I'm done, to do the whole thing, and then you need to let it dry. I think overnight is probably your best bet. But you might want to check on it in a little bit and see. You can see this one, I did it earlier. There are some spots where there isn't any, but it's so pretty and the light is going to shine through. That's the effect I'm going for. And remember, your glue's going to dry clear. So that's kind of cool too. So, all right. Now you've got, all right, let's tighten my area so you can see. Now I've got my eggshells glued on. They're all stuck on. And now we use something called alcohol ink Do you think you could use food coloring? Probably. You probably could,
yeah.
but we
really
like
alcohol,
the alcohol ink, and this one has been around the block a few times. It was open in my container, but I've gone with some of sunset colors. So you're going to open up your ink. Mind you, you need to protect your word surface because this is messy business, and it'll get on your fingers, and then it doesn't really wash off, and it'll get on your table. So make sure you protect. I don't know if you can see. Look at this eggshell. That's a real live eggshell. It's got like polka dots on it.
Pretty.
Okay. Now, when you're adding your dye, you don't want to squeeze it. You kind of just want to let it drop on there. And the interesting thing is it'll sort of jump. You don't want to do a big squeeze. You just kind of want to tap it. Take your time. Build your color. It jumps in between them. Just gently. Because your eggshells are glued on now. You're going to just add those on. Keep adding that. I sometimes come back to it. Like, I'll leave it for a minute. The alcohol ink dries pretty quickly. If I don't like the way I look, I might add another color. I'm going for like a sunset. This is kind of like a brownie orange. Very pretty. I'm adding that on there. And I'm building my colors. And as an artist, it's important to know when it's time to stop. If you're using all the colors of the rainbow, you might just end up with brown. But I'll tell you, on these eggshell mosaics, that is beautiful as well. Can you see how the color jumps around? It's one of the funnest things to do. We've done this on picture frames, and we make brooches. I don't know if this is for Mother's Day. Did it for Mother's Day. Oh, this is kind of a bright orange. That other one was a brown orange. Yeah, there we go. Then I kind of, if it's too dark, I put a little light on it and let it wash down. And then at some point, I'm done adding my color and I think, oh, that is just perfect. I'm going to stop there. And you'll see this one, I stopped because I said, I just love it. I used green and yellow and it's so pretty. Now, I'm going to clean up my work area after. Okay. Next is sealing it. We're going to use Mod Podge, but you want to use waterproof Mod Podge. This is not, but just for purposes today. Also, there's kind of like you can get triple glaze at the craft store as well. But Mod Podge works really well. And again, this is going to dry clear. So after you put your color on, you need to wait at least a couple of hours and make sure your ink is really dry, or you'll just spread whatever color it is all around. So now, you're going to put a nice thick coat of your Mod Podge on it. If you're not using waterproof Mod Podge, then just don't get your art wet.
Yeah.
But if you use waterproof, then you could use it as a flower vase. I'm going to not use this one as a flower vase. I might put a votive candle in it. So then, you just want to put a nice thick coat of your sealant on there. And then when it dries, it'll be shiny and beautiful. And maybe next time you come to watch one of our videos, you'll see it up on the shelf, because this is where we like to put this is our living, breathing art gallery that's behind us. So do you think I covered everything, Miss Kate? I want to remember.
So. Just remember, let it dry.
Yeah, and then it'll dry clear and you'll have a beautiful eggshell mosaic, which is part of our Americana history, something that people in our country have been doing for a very long time. So thank you for coming to watch us today do eggshell mosaics. And if you like this video, you should subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you make one of these projects, take a picture of it and send it to us on hashtag Alameda Arts Fun.
For Instagram.
Yeah, for Instagram. That's it. Okay, sometimes I'm a little bit of a forgetty head. So thank you for coming.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, take care of yourself. See you next time. Bye.